Hello, how are you? It's Tuesday. So, how are you this Tuesday? And where are you watching from? Where do you find my videos? I like to see where everybody is from all over the world, and I'm going to pull it up right here on my computer screen if I can quickly. So that I can see any comments, and make sure to tell me if you can hear me. Okay, this is my Tip Tuesday video. I'm early this morning trying to make sure I get all of the boxes ticked off today. Such a busy day. So I thought, hi Adrienne, how are you? So I'm going to be doing answering any questions, but one of the things that I wanted to talk to you today was about Etsy. And one of the questions that I had in my Wreath Making of the Month Club was, should we offer free shipping? So that's what we're going to talk about this morning very quickly. So if you're new to the page, welcome. I'm Julie Samako, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths, but we also teach you how to sell them. So in this video, it's just a quick Tip Tuesday selling tip for those of you trying to sell your wreaths. Good morning, Donna and Shay and Anna. How is everybody? So one of the questions, again, is from my Wreath Making of the Month Club group, and they asked if we should offer free shipping in our Etsy shops. That's a touchy situation because it really just depends on what you sell. So first of all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, these are for Etsy shop owners who are trying to sell their handmade goods through Etsy, which is a marketplace for a lot of handmade items. So it's Etsy, ETSY.com, and that's where a lot of buyers already go to buy handmade products. And so I encourage, all of my customers, Wreath of the Month Club or Inner Circle, to start on Etsy. When you're trying to start selling a handmade business or selling your handmade goods online, starting on Etsy is the best place because you don't have to have a website. You can determine if you really like to do this as a job. Sometimes we get really excited because we love all of our items and we want to make a little bit of money selling them, and that's great. However, selling on Etsy or selling online in general takes a lot of work and effort. So sometimes we don't want to invest money into a website. We just want to test the waters, and Etsy is a great place to do that. Yes, they have some issues every now and then, and last night they had a huge one, but they're really quick to resolve issues and fix everything. So Etsy is just a great place to start. And last week I gave you some Etsy shop pictures or shop photos tips, and then so this one is just going to talk about Etsy free shipping. So Etsy really wants to be competitive with Amazon and wants to be competitive with all of the other online spaces, and so they are really pushing for shop owners to offer free shipping. And so I want you to I just want to ask you, what are you selling? Comment below and tell me if you have an Etsy shop. Drop the link so we all can go check it out. What is your Etsy shop link, and tell me, what are you selling? Are you selling jewelry or are you selling wreaths? Let me know what you're selling below here on this video. We are most of the people who follow me are wreath sellers. So I'm going to speak on a wreath as a wreath seller and what I would do for my own, what I'm doing for my own Etsy shop regarding the free shipping. So if you sell jewelry or something small, I can completely see the benefit of offering free shipping. Now, first, let me state that obviously it's not free shipping. It's not. The customer has got to know that it's not free shipping. That shipping has got to be paid by somebody, right? And it's got to be the customer. So the customer has to pay the free shipping, not you as a small business owner. So given that, you can see how if you sell something small like earrings or necklaces or watch bands or something like that, it would be easier to offer free shipping because the shipping price is like what, $8, very minimal that you can factor that price into your items. However, we sell wreath makers large items. So our boxes are typically average, 24 inches wide. And when we go to weigh our boxes for shipping, they may only weigh 5 pounds physically, but the shipping carrier like FedEx, UPS, even the Postal Service, they charge us a dimensional weight, meaning they take the dimension of the box, they multiply weight, height times length times depth, and all of the, there's a formula for it, and they basically multiply all of that, and then they calculate your poundage. So typically a 24-inch box that physically weighs 5 pounds, UPS or FedEx is going to say, nope, that's a 50-pound box because it takes into account the size of the box, calculating the dimensional weight. So it's obviously going to charge you more because it's saying it's a 50-pound box now, right? So that's going to automatically raise your shipping prices. So for an average box for a wreath that's 24 inches by 6 or 8 inches tall, for me it's at about $30 to $35 for shipping. That's just the average, okay? And so if I were to say, now I'm going to offer free shipping for my wreaths and tell my customers it's free shipping, well, somebody's got to pay that $35, and it can't be, I can't, me as a business owner can't absorb that price for every wreath that I sell. So you have to either up the price of your wreath by $35 and offer free shipping, which, if you're priced correctly, will balloon rate your wreath price enough to halt the sales of it. If you're not priced correctly, if you're underpricing your items to begin with, the benefit of offering free shipping and adding that $35, it puts your wreath in line with what it should have been to begin with. And then it could increase your sales. Does that make sense? A lot of times I see people undervaluing themselves. They don't price accordingly. They don't take into account the hours that it takes to buy the product, the supplies for the wreath. They don't take the time that it takes to list the item on Etsy, the pictures. They don't take the time they don't account for Etsy expenses, could be up to 10 to 12%. They don't factor all of this in. So all of this needs to be factored into your wreath calculation. And if you need help with pricing your wreaths, I have an article on my website, southerncharmwreaths.com, where you could go and just search how to price wreaths, and it'll walk you through everything with that. But you really need to factor in all of these things whenever you calculate the price of your wreath. So if you are undervaluing already your prices on Etsy, and then you offer free shipping and then add in the additional $30 to $35 to the price of your wreath, now you're in line, and of course you're going to make more sales. However, you're missing out on money. You're missing out $35, right? That could be profit in your pocket. It could be going to expand your business. It could be going to add more lighting or add a new computer or whatever you want to, need your profits for scaling your business. So that's how offering free shipping to an Etsy shop who sells wreaths could increase your sales. But it's not the smart thing to do because you're missing out on a lot of profit, right? So what I prefer to do is, number one, price my wreaths accordingly from the get-go, taking in and factoring in the time, the expenses, the shipping materials, even the wire and the glue. Every little thing is counted in that in that cost of that wreath. So when I factor that in and calculate a good retail price of my wreath, then it's good, right? But then what do you do with the shipping? So what I prefer to do is take that $35 and say, okay, well, if Etsy's saying they're favoring shops that offer free shipping or lower shipping, so what can I do to benefit, with that? And so instead of me saying, okay, that shipping for that wreath is going to be $35, what I do now is the average is $35. I'll divide it by 2. So I'll say, okay, I'm going to put $17.50 into the price of the wreath, and then I'm going to add $17.50 as the price of the shipping. So now when a buyer is shopping on Etsy, they don't necessarily see, oh, I've got this really pretty wreath for $187 and I put it in my shopping cart. Well, wait, what? I got to pay $35 to ship it? That's crazy. That's crazy. So now instead we add that, let me see what that adds up to be. That 187, right? We've got a little bit higher priced wreath and less shipping. So it's almost a psychological thing you're doing with your potential customers. So they're not seeing a big $35 shipping price. They're seeing half that. And so that, to me, has what really helped with my sales, because immediately I started doing the free shipping when it came out and added a lot of money to my wreaths because I wanted, this free shipping, the customers got to buy it. Well, my sales started slowing down and halting immediately. So after about 30 days, I went back to what I just said, not offering the free shipping, but taking that average and adding half to the cost of the wreath and then half to the shipping price. All right. So hopefully this might help you guys if you're trying to figure out, do I offer free shipping when I'm selling wreaths or do I not? Again, you'll see, I suggest that you test it with your own Etsy shop to see if it works for you. You can always switch it back. So if you're offering free shipping now and you're like, I'm not getting any sales, it could be that you've added, once you've added free shipping, it just knocked you out of the water completely for what your wreath value is, and buyers are not even finding you. Because when a buyer goes to buy from Etsy, they put in the keywords, but then they'll sort it by price to determine, to just narrow it down. So I want to ask you, when you go buy anything online, do you sort it by price? Because I do. I automatically do. Even when I'm buying on Etsy for something like my watch band, I will put in the keywords and then I'll sort it by price based off of the value I think it is going to be and what I want to pay. And that's what buyers do when they're buying from us on Etsy in the Etsy marketplace. So if you are putting the price of your wreath into or price of the shipping all the way into the price of the wreath, it will knock you out, and your potential buyers won't even find you. The only people who have said that they have seen an increase in sales by adding free shipping and the cost of the free shipping into the price of their wreath are the ones who had been undervaluing themselves already. So then what they did is to correct it, they pushed them into the right category. But again, that's not the smart thing to do because you're missing out on profit. Now that $35 profit is going to pay for shipping instead of in your pocket. Let's see. I hope this helped you. I'm going to go read your questions quickly. But if you like these tips, comment below and let me know that you like them. If you like the business tips or the wreath making tips that I'm doing for you on Tuesday, let me know below. Give me a thumbs up or a heart. And if you want to share this, I would appreciate it. It would also put this on your profile so that you can find it later. I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths. You can find more tips like this at southerncharmwreaths.com. We've got a place that says Getting Started. You can click that. If you're really wanting to learn more about Etsy and if you're interested in starting your Etsy shop and you don't even know where to go, we've got a quick start guide on our website. It's at southerncharmwreaths.com. Click shop. And then you can go to our quick start guide. It's really inexpensive. The reason my Etsy quick start guide is very inexpensive is because I just want to get you started, excited. And sometimes the tech issue is, I'm going to paste this here. This is my quick start guide. Before I stay on the line, I'm still going to answer your questions, but I wanted to make sure that this was here so that you can, anybody who's interested in starting on selling wreaths on Etsy, it's just a quick start guide, sort of help you understand the basics of Etsy. So let's say I'm going to just answer questions. Oh, and if you make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon, and so that you can get notifications the next time we go live. Sometimes we do tutorials, and sometimes I just come on here and give you quick tips like this. So BJ saying most people, small business cannot afford free shipping as your overhead already bites into your profit. Well, see, BJ, the business does not pay for the free shipping. Always the buyer pays. Let's see. Any other questions? I sell wood door hangers made from MDF, and they're big and heavy, and it usually costs between $9 and $12 to ship. I have offered free shipping, and it has increased my sales. Seems most door hanger makers are doing free shipping. My store is, and she gives her stores. So then you just have to test and measure to see what works for you. But see, $9 is a little different than $30 for a wreath maker. Let's see, I'm gonna see if there's any questions. All right, so Christina's saying her biggest issue is trying to figure out how much to charge for shipping. So what I suggest you do is, I do not let Etsy calculate the shipping for me. I instead, because what we've seen is a lot of times Etsy will quote you a price, but then later on they could come back and charge you an additional price. Now that could be because you clicked something wrong in your Etsy shop when you were setting it up, or it just could be that they just decided that you've got the balloon rate now for your shipping, and they're going to come back and charge you. Instead, I like to create a business account, because I am a business, and if you sell on Etsy, you are a business, and if you've established yourself as a business, you can go create business accounts. So you can create a Fedex business account, you can create a UPS business account, and then just put the prices in online and see what the FedEx tells you they are. So the pricing of shipping is factored on a lot of things. For example, where are you located? Where is your customer located? Are you in a rural or urban area? Are they in rural or urban area? What's the size of your box? Is it a balloon rate, or, calculating the dim rate, or is it a small package or an envelope? All of these things are factored in before they give you the quote of what to ship, what the price is going to be to ship. So I prefer to go to, just FedEx. I go to FedEx. I've got a business account. I log in over there. I create my shipping label over there, print out the label, and I stick it on the box. I don't purchase any shipping or anything like that through Etsy. Also, when you create a business account with either FedEx or UPS, you're assigned a rep. I can talk to my rep and I can get prices negotiated lower. So I've already negotiated down 30% off my ground shipping just by picking up the phone call and, talking to them and asking, what can we do? I'm a small business owner. This is how much I ship. What can what can you help me with? And as you increase your your items that you have to ship, they're more willing to negotiate with you. So, and if you've been doing it for a longer period of time, but it doesn't mean that you can't start off by just calling and trying to get a negotiated rate for yourself. So Kimberly is saying FedEx home delivery is the cheapest way that she has found. So if you're using FedEx, home delivery is an option. However, if you're using FedEx, it's not the cheapest for FedEx. FedEx cheapest thing is ground, but a lot of times you can't get that charge if you're shipping to another home, which our wreaths are always going to a home majority of the time. So yes, FedEx is definitely one of the cheapest ways for me. Yes, FedEx requires box size and weight. No, you always put your measurements in. Even when you're using FedEx, you always have to measure your box and you always have to weigh it. They want to know the physical weight and they want to know your weight. So you always put that in. Anna, she's just started her Wreath shop last week. Awesome. So Tamika's saying, I can't in good conscience say it's free shipping and then hide the price into the cost of the wreath. Okay. Somebody's got to pay it and it can't be you. So I want to ask you if you think that everything that we buy online is free shipping is actually free shipping. There is nothing in the world that is free. Absolutely nothing. So if that's what that's your business and that's what you want to do. So you obviously you do what you feel comfortable doing. I'm just trying to talk to you as a businesswoman, what a smart business person is considering when they're doing free shipping, right? When you're a business person, you have to think big, not just on the sale. You have to think about the scaling of your business in order to quit a lot of my customers, they're trying to quit their 9-to-5 job and provide for their families. And so that's all I'm saying. I'm saying just run your business as a business and not a hobby. We have to scale our businesses. And if we're giving free shipping away, that's profit out of our company, not my family. I mean, when you set up your business correctly, you have money that's a profit, but that's not you in your pocket that you go shopping with or take the family out to dinner with. That's profit for scaling your business. The profit that you keep for your family is just a small fraction of that. So we need things for our business, don't we? We might need a printer label. We might need a new computer. We might need, let's say we might need a camera for recording or filming or photographing. We might need supplies to make the next season. We're always needing a little more money in order to grow and scale our business. And that's all I'm saying. So if you don't feel comfortable doing this, then you absolutely don't have to do it. I'm just giving you tips for ways to scale as a business and not as a hobby maker, a hobby crafter, if that makes sense. Let's see. Any other question? I've seen a couple of people saying that some of the things that they're selling are not sellers now because of COVID. And so I completely understand that. COVID has shifted a lot of businesses, but I would want you to look creatively and how can you still offer something to your customers, but now are a little different than what you used to do before. So I know that, for example, one of the people in our inner circle, she does party decorations. And so when COVID hit, obviously people were not having parties like they used to have. Instead, they started having parties differently. So if it was a birthday party for a child, they would do, in anything, even graduations. I've seen this all over neighborhoods where they do the caravan or around the neighborhood, and then they sort of wave and give little kudos to the birthday child or the birthday girl or the graduate. And so there's always like signs in the yards that you could sell. There's magnets that go on a car that you could sell to try to combat that issue. There's always things that you can hang in the window. So there's still little mini parties going on within the family, but then also there's different things that have shifted and happened because of COVID. So I would want you to look at your business as a whole and see how you can pivot just a little bit for now until the COVID, I'm not going to say it's going to, who knows when it's going to pass, if it ever is, but you're going to have to shift and pivot in order to be still have a business during the COVID. You can't just stop. You have to figure out something else. So you've got to be very creative. All right, let's see. I don't think I saw, if I missed your question, I'm going to come back in here and answer them. So Anita's saying that setting up an Etsy shop makes her nervous. Every little step in a business will make you nervous. Like when I first started my Etsy shop and the free shipping, I was worried. I was scared. Like first I was scared to set it up, and then I was scared to ship something. To the first order I ever got, I was like a nervous wreck. I was panicked almost. I was so afraid. And then I shipped it, got great reviews, and the next one came, and I was still a little nervous, but not as nervous as the first one because I had already done it, right? So as you walk through the business and creating your business and setting it up, selling and shipping, there's going to be times obviously when you're nervous, but the only way to get through that fear is just to do it. Now, shipping is nothing. It takes no problem for me now. Listing things on item takes me like 5-10 minutes to list something on Etsy, where before when I was doing it, it would take me a good 30 minutes to an hour. The more you do it, the more efficient you get and the easier it becomes. But you got to start. If this is something that you really want to do and you feel it in your heart that this is something you should do, a lot of times too, listen to your friends and family. They will tell you, you should be selling these things. You should be selling. Oh my gosh, people would pay for these. That's usually a sign for you that you need to start selling as well. It's been very beneficial selling for Etsy for me and my family. This is exactly how I started. I started with one item on Etsy. I started my Etsy shop, and I just grew from there and scaled my business to what I have now. It's definitely doable for anyone. If I can do it, a stay-at-home mom in my own home, I think anybody can do it. You just need I started on my kitchen table and grew it from there. So I really feel like anybody could do this. Just get through the fear of it by you have to do it and get through the fear of it. All right, you guys, I think those are all the questions that I could see. Brian, do you like Etsy over Shopify? Great question. And I can elaborate that on another Tip Tuesday. But the difference between Etsy and Shopify, for just a quick reference, is that Etsy is a marketplace. So Etsy drives traffic for you to Etsy. They run ads for you. People go to Etsy.com to shop, right? That they're shopping already on Etsy. It's a marketplace. So all you have to do is enter the right keywords and do the right things for an Etsy shop to be found and make sales. However, Shopify, the difference between Shopify is it's its own website, and you have to drive the traffic to Shopify. It's not a marketplace. It's not where people go to Shopify.com and automatically buy like they do on Etsy. You're basically creating a website that you still have to do the keywords. You still have to do all the things you do in an Etsy shop. Keywords, descriptions, photos, but you're the one responsible for driving the traffic to Shopify, if that makes sense. All right, you guys, y'all have a wonderful day. This was so fun talking to you, giving you some like business tips and seeing your questions and helping you out. Again, I'm Julie Samako, owner of Southern Charm Wreaths. You can find me on Etsy at Southern Charm Wreaths or my website, southerncharmwreaths.com. Comment, keep asking your questions below, and maybe I'll pick your question next Tuesday to answer that. And let me know, do you want a wreath making tip next Tuesday or continue with the business tips? All right, y'all have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. You are a blessing to me. I hope I'm a blessing to you. I really try to come on here and encourage and help you. And sometimes I might get really passionate about it because it has just benefited my family so much. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't cry. It's just benefited my family so much, and I really, really, really want to give back to you. I am no one special. I am just like everyone here watching. All I did was I walked through the fear. I started the Etsy shop. I read and paid attention on what to do, on how to scale a business, and now I want to help you fast forward. It took me years to figure this out. I don't want it to take years for you. I want it to take, months compared to what it did for me. And so I really feel like giving back to you just to encourage you and help you along your journey is my goal. I'm very passionate about speaking. The handmade sellers can make a significant income selling their handmade items online, but you have to be smart about it and you have to treat it as a business and not a hobby. And if you want to start as a hobby, absolutely you can. That's how I started. But I started listening to the cues of all my friends and family and neighbors saying, you should sell this online. You should sell this online. And so, yes, you can do it too, just like, I did it. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Anybody could do this. I really feel like anybody can do this. Even if you're not tech savvy, you don't even know what I'm talking about with Etsy. There are ways that you can also learn and get through this, because I didn't know when I first started. I didn't know even what Etsy was. I didn't know how to take the right photos. I didn't know how to find keywords. I didn't know how to price my items. So that's why I'm saying it took me a while to get there, but that's why I want to share it with you here so that it's faster for you and you can fast forward and not take as long. All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for joining me today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and I will be seeing you later this week and we'll be crafting. Bye.